Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this returnable for Reagor. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. 1st and 10 now, Willis and the Titans. At about the 32. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, it's Willis. And this one is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Newton. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans hit 4 and 6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Newton's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Houston. They think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now Newton on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Cam's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he stopped right at the 25. Gain of 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Newton. And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. Touchdown. Jalen Hurd. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Willis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And some room to run now. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. The way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 14-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'll run it again with Henry. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Go, Reed, go!
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a bit closer. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Throwing again is Newton. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the 1st half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Running from the gun with Henry. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This will go to Henry out wide. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Okay, break.
1st and 10, it's Willis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He completes it to Henry. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Willis. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Romeo Doubs from 13 yards out. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that 1st half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Willis out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Newton. This one into the hands of Hurd. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, throw to the right, taken in by Hurd. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 2nd and 12, Newton. Jones has it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Newton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They're more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 18, to throw, here's Willis. Henry's got it out on the left side. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Titans are back within a score. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5 now. Willis, wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Bo Melton from 21 yards away. And the Titans have taken the lead here this third quarter. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect him to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run with Patterson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. Cam looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He's at the 40.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
Let's go now. The
Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Willis from the gun on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air on first down, here's Willis. He dumps it off for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Check pass, check pass.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A check down here for Henry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running left, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 31, Willis. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game.
Ready?
Second down and goal. Willis steps away to his left. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Here's Henry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
And he'll spot Hurd open left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Catch is made by Hurd. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Cam to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force it.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done. Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall. So for Houston, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.